everybody, it's Kelly and I'm back with another video. That's a picture of my great nephew and is fascinated with that Christmas tree that he's laying below. So I'm thinking I want to use my L Studio 6x6 papers from the December documented kit this year, and I wanted some red, and I was thinking about that circle paper, but I didn't really love how that looked. So I pulled that off and just decided to use the tree paper and the green stripe paper. The background paper is an older piece. It's the L Studio 'Tis the Season Merry and Bright paper. That's the green stripe. So what I was just showing you there is that I had the photo like looking a little bit kind of the wrong direction, like it was more to the left, and he's looking to the left, so I want that as far to the left in the cluster as I can get, which is what I've done now by moving the green stripe paper to the right. So now I'm looking at some options for 3x4 cards I want to journal, and I'm liking this red sort of candy cane striped one right there. I did put all of that on a background of red polka dot paper there, and that was also from the L Studio 'Tis the Season collection. I don't have the name of that paper though. Long story short, but when my video went down, my video editing program went down, I never thought I'd be able to use these files because I thought they were also corrupted. And then I remembered I had the originals, but anyway, so I threw away my ingredient list. So I'll do what I can for you. And I forgot to cut this part out. So this is, sorry, you're going to have to watch me change my ATG, which I guess if you are new to this, this will help you with a little tutorial here on how to do this. It actually can be pretty fast. Not such a bad thing. And if you have an ATG, on the top of the left circle there, I'm using one of the circles that used to hold the tape, and that keeps the runner from wandering too much. So there's a little tip inside this video for you. Now on this particular layout, I loved that heart border. I love this photo of him so much and love the heart border that I decided to keep that on the layout. And because there were, like, the green stripe and the dark green stripe and the light green stripe were two different sizes, I decided just to cut off part of the top green stripe, and it works just fine. I mean, you know, it's a little bit, or maybe it's even the same size as that top green. I guess it's the light green stripe at the top is a little bit lighter than the stripe at the bottom. So sorry if you're hearing all the dinging. I've got all sorts of messages coming through from friends and family at the moment, and unfortunately my I've got stuff sitting right next to me. So anyway, I hope you're not hearing that. All right, so now I'm going to adhere down the card, and that card was from, I think, last year, either the December documented kit, or I bought 3x4 cards, I don't remember. So that red paper is going to come back in now. But first, before I do that, I want to trim down the red polka dot paper just a little bit. And honestly, I wished as I did this that I left it just a little bit longer, but really it's not that big of a deal. It's fine. So before I bring that circle paper back, I want to figure out what this title is going to be and where it's going to go. So I'm going to use these thickers, and those are the Cherish thickers in blue. It's an alphabet. I have both in blue and red, and I love it. It's one of my favorites. And I obviously have two of them. That's how much I love them so much. I'm going to have to MacGyver an N here because I don't have one. You can also like turn a U upside down if it's the right kind of U without any serifs on it, which this is a sans serif alpha. In this particular case, I just decided to use a an M. I don't remember if I was out of use or not. Okay, so I'm going to call this Wonder because this is one of his favorite things to do during the holidays. He loved laying below the Christmas tree and staring at it, or just being held in front of the Christmas tree and staring at it. Any of those things was good with him. So as I'm working with this, I put my title on the wax paper, and I'm liking my title, but I'm feeling like it's not long enough. So I'm thinking about doing a title called Wonderful, like he's full of wonder, a little bit different, you know, like doing the, and I'm just kind of playing around with that because I didn't have another L. So I was thinking about maybe doing the L, using a J for an L. I'm going to go as far as actually MacGyvering the L too. I think it would have been better if I had made it like wonder filled. I just wasn't liking the full, and then I didn't like the way that it fell off the end of that paper, and I don't know, I could have put it on the top stripe, but then it would have been gone over 2 stripes, and I don't like seeing different like color changes between the letters. That's just a personal thing. Anyway, so I solved all that and made the title a little bit longer because I happen to have a hashtag symbol. So I added that, and then now that I have that added, I think that it's a much better, the length is much better, that it fits much better over the top of the layout here. Okay, so as I said, I'm going to bring that circle paper back, and that's from the L Studio December documented 6x6 papers. And I just decided to punch 3 of them. They say it's the most wonderful time of the year, joy, and Christmas magic there, which I think are perfect for this. And I'm going to use those. I use my 1¼ punch there. I'm going to use those as kind of a start to my clusters. And at first I thought I might use some kind of twine behind them just to do something a little bit different. I have all my Christmas supplies still, and I'm actually narrating this on like the 26th of January. I think it's the 20. Yes, it is the 26th of January today. So I'm thinking of, I still have my supplies all pulled together because I'm not done documenting for Christmas. And since I had them pulled together for my December daily, that just makes sense to do that. Anyway, so now I want to add some more blue in, and I like the idea of the stars. Something about the lights and stars works for me. So I'm just grabbing some miscellaneous L Studio acrylic stars. I have those all gathered up from all different times, so I don't know when I purchased each of them. So I have a little bit more blue on the layout now. That, you know, makes a little bit more sense then. All right, and I'm liking that. And yes, you can see a little bit of the glue through the back of those acrylic stars, especially like the clear one, not the other 2 so much. But what I do is I just make sure I go across it straight once, and that there's no like gathered upper ridges in the adhesive. And then like when I'm looking at it straight on, I don't see it. I have to be looking at it kind of at an angle and in the light to get it right. Okay, so these are from a Cartabella Christmas collection last year that I don't like, Very Merry or something like that. I don't remember, but it was, I'm sorry, not last year, from 2017. So that's where these enamel dots are from. And I like the fact that it had some blue and some green in, so that I could get those 2 colors on the layout. And it's got dark green and minty green, so I just kind of used a combination of all of those colors with just 3 in each cluster here. And some are touching and some are not. Just kind of depends what I thought at the time, what I wanted to do at the time. and I've got some of the darker blues and some of the turquoise in there. So I just made a mix because that background tree paper is mixed. Alright guys, there's the still shot and a couple of detail shots. Hope you're all well, and I'll be back with another layout again soon. Bye!